And good evening, sports fans, and welcome to Wednesday Night Live on the Karl DeMasi Sports Court with the coach and the AD, Karl DeMasi.
Griffin.
Hey, we're here every Wednesday night. We give you a midweek rundown of what's going on. This week's kind of special because I've been trying to get this girl, and he's been trying to get this girl off for a long time, but she plays golf every weekend.
That's what golf is you.
So another special, last week we did Wednesday night edition of the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete with Reed Lotter. Okay, we're sticking to golf this week because it's Wednesday night, Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete with Kate Barber. Just to tell you a little something about this, the Coach's Corner Network has 5 shows before we get to Kate. So we got 5 shows, of course. Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, Rubbin Grubbin on NASCAR show with Dan Foles and Brandon Baines. Then we got the Coach and AD Wednesday Night Live update on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Then we go to Saturday, 9 to 11. We're back again. Used to be 9 to 10, but this week we'll do something special. We need a break. It's Easter weekend. There'll be a best of the Coach and AD on Saturday. We'll come back the following week. Hey, at Rocky's New York Deli. John Henson gave us his blessings. 3rd anniversary. I'll be making Zeppeli's after the show's over.
So good.
$5, 5 in that brown paper bag, little greasy, a little not a powder. You'll love it. Okay. All right. So those are the 3 shows, and then of course starting next Wednesday night at 6 o'clock in taking the place of Rubbin Grubbin because there's no race going on. I think Rubbin Grubbin's going to move from 5 to 6. Then from 6 to 7 will be the 19th hole with the Herb brothers. It's the Masters, the Herb brothers, 19th hole. They'll be on the stage at the Henderson Cabin talking everything Masters. It's going to be a lot of fun. Check it out. Little adultish. So, but it'll be on Facebook Live, okay? And then we'll follow them, hopefully not by, hopefully 7:30, 8 o'clock. I don't know if we'll follow them, but we'll see what happens. And then, of course, 2 podcasts, okay? Spencer Maddox, Travis Jadon, Hot Grids podcast. They came out with their baseball edition today. Make sure you check it out. And, of course, the coach and the baseball fanatic, Kyle Lawson, are back doing their Who's on First Base. It's got to be legal. I can't say who's on first because Abbott and Costello hold that. So it's Who's on First Base, the baseball podcast, of course, all part of the Coaches Sports Network. Say that 5 times quick. So that's a lot to introduce you to. So there are 5 shows. Check them out. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean Podcasts. So check them all out. We're all there.
Man, busy guy. Sports Network continues to grow.
Grow.
I mean, this is becoming a serious sports universe without a doubt with 5 shows, man.
So, and we'd like to rub and grub, but we don't get the rub, so we're just here.
They got like barbecue pizza with some salad on it.
Oh, it looked very good. All right, so let's get to why we're here. Let's honor another good kid, another kid that's been on the scene for a while. She's been doing, she's been on the golf course, I think since she's 6 years old. She'll tell us exactly, but she's hot. She's won her last 4 tournaments. Let's start back in April of 2019. I mean, I've never been there. I know you've been there. It's one of my things to do, bucket list, is get to the Masters. She played in the PGA drive, chip, and putt. She finished 3rd. That's back in April 2019. When she qualified, WTOC made her a local hometown hero.
Well, without a doubt, man.
So, all right, so then go to the Prep Sports Report. Got a great golf staff. We got all the news about her right there. All right, so she finished 2nd at the Jekyll Island Cup in September of 2020. Okay, then she goes and she plays at the Doral Publix Junior Golf Classic. She wins that. All right, then she goes on and she wins at the Sea Island Resort Girls Classic on the Peggy Kirk Bell Girls Tour, like junior golf. Okay, then she comes back last weekend and captures the 2021 Georgia State Golf Association Mixed Team Championship.
In Fuego.
She's hot. She's hot. Now, before she comes on, this little excerpt was, I'm going to watch about a minute of it just to feel what this young lady is. But she's this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week, an 8th grader from Hancock Day School. Her name is Kate Barber. But just watch this, because our friends at WSAV, Connor Delpreet, did a great little, special on her.
Oh, about that. Let's see.
Back when she was at the drive, chip, and putt PGA
Masters kicks off Monday, but on Masters Eve, a youth Savannah golfer will be in Augusta with the opportunity of a lifetime. Check it out. Kate Barber is at home when she's on the golf course.
My dad brought me out there when I was 6, and I just started hitting the ball. I just loved it.
That was also the first day she got noticed.
I was just out there hitting balls, and the pros inside came out and was like, how long has she been playing?
6 years later, it's what she lives, breathes, and thinks about every single day.
She works very hard at her craft and sport, so it's she deserves it.
You want to hit a couple chips here, Kate?
Dad's been known to caddy for Kate as she's made her way up the ranks. So it's no surprise he'll be with her on Sunday as she looks to add another honor to her long list of accomplishments.
As parents, we're super excited and just, thrilled to death that she's got this opportunity.
For the first month or two, I really didn't believe it. Then now it's starting to hit me that I'm actually going to Augusta and I get to be there with all the... I was just out there hitting balls.
She actually realized she was at Augusta. I've never been there. You've been there. It's something special to play at the Masters. Joining us now on the Coach's Corner hot seat, this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete from Hancock Day School. She's only in 8th grade. I wonder what it's going to be like when she reaches 12th grade. And that's Kate Barber. Hey, Kate, thanks for joining us.
Hi.
So, once again, you're on fire. Steve Weeks has been following you closely on the Prep Sports Report. We've been posting your stories up. But unbelievable. Congratulations on all the success so far. And you're only in 8th grade.
Thank you.
So, I know you gave us a little, you started when you were 6. How did you actually get on the golf course at 6 years old? What did Dad do to you?
Well, so my dad played golf a little bit in college, and then I guess a little bit when he was older, but he never really loved it or anything. But we became members out here at the landings, and he decided to take me out on the golf course, and I just started playing golf, and I was good at 6 years old, so I just kept playing.
I think she's good.
Yeah, I think she's like a duck takes the water right there.
Right, yeah.
Watching her swing. So, Kate, and talking about that, your development from the time you were a 6-year-old to up to where you are now, people realize that golf's a little bit different than other sports, but to be great at anything, you really have to work on your craft. Talk about the time you put in, whether it's daily or weekly, the hours on the course, kind of the routine that you're into now, especially as golf is really coming. I know it's probably your routine, but talk about your routine right now as the summer's coming, spring's coming, and what that looks like on a weekly basis for you.
I just finished a long stretch of tournaments. I had a tournament almost every weekend. So now I'm getting into practicing a lot. I practice every day. I get home from school, then I go to the golf course and I stay there until dark. Then I do my homework and everything. So I don't think I've missed a day of practice in a very long time. So I practiced a lot, and I just I'm just always out there. And so now I have a lot of tournaments. I have a tournament coming up this weekend that I'm getting ready for. So.
Okay, so you're out there every day. You've been doing this since 6 years old. What do you like most about the game of golf? I mean, because it's definitely an individual sport, but hey, you get to the drive, chip, and putt championship in the PGA. What do you like doing the most? What's so special about golf to Kate Barber? Kate, are you there?
I don't know if you can see me or hear me, but you're
we can hear you now.
Okay, it's back. Will you repeat that last question? Sorry.
Okay, you've been playing golf since you're 6 years old. Okay, I mean, you can drive, you can chip, you can putt. You've been to Augusta. What makes Kate want to play golf so much? What do you like about this sport?
I am a very competitive person. I've always been. And so the tournaments are really the most, the best for me. I just love, being there and competing, having fun, and I see friends. I have friends from, every state. I have friends from out of the country, and I love seeing them and playing with them. So that's great.
So, Kate, is you're developing here. Like I said, you're an 8th grader at Hancock. You're getting ready to go to high school. As far as golf is concerned, from that standpoint, you start probably at this time start creating some personal goals for yourself. as you get into high school. So talk about what are some goals, what are some dreams and aspirations that you have as you approach your young, not just high school career, because golf, really is made on those junior tours and things you're doing now. But, what are some goals as you're starting to develop, getting into high school, whether it's, hey, I want to try to get to this average score or these tournaments, things of that nature. What are some goals for you that look like?
I would love to play in college golf at a D1 school, which that is like my main goal, and then to play there and to be like good on that team and to win a bunch of championships and stuff. And then I want to go on the LPGA tour, and I want to play on that.
Nice. I mean, she's got the right idea, and and she likes what she's doing. So, but if you just joined us or you're listening, you're watching Wednesday Night Live, the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, live from
San Sports Universe here at Coach's Corner.
And we're doing another special.
I just pulled it his earpiece out. My fault.
We're doing another Wednesday night Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week special because these two young people. Last week was Reed Lauder special. They got to play on the weekends, and Kate's got to play on the weekend, and it's Kate Barber from Hancock Day School. I'm going to go back to the drive, chip, and putt. So, first of all, do you have a special coach? Is it Dad? And out of those three skills, or the mental part of the game, what is your best skill? What is your best trait as a golfer?
Well, I've been working with Joe Plucker out here at the landings, and he has helped me a lot. I would say my best skill out of those three is chipping. I practice my chipping a lot, and it really saves me in competition, and that's my favorite thing to practice. And so I really like to chip.
Okay, that's what they say. Hey, you drive for show, but the money's made and the strokes are made around the greens. If you can be great around the greens, you can usually be a really, really good golfer from that standpoint. Hey, Augusta National. People all over the world try to get into Augusta National, go watch the Masters. What was that like, driving up, getting to the course, being just like a normal golfer that gets to play there? What was that like for you to be at Augusta?
It was a truly amazing experience. We got to stay at this really nice hotel, and they took us. We woke up at 6 a.m. I don't think I slept that night anyway, but we woke up early that morning, and they took us in this van down Magnolia Lane, which was crazy. And then we got there, and we got a little bit of time to warm up, not much. But then just being there, we went out to the driving section first, just being there with all of the the crowd and everything. There was hundreds of people there, and it was just really crazy to just be there on that course, inside the ropes, and having people watching you instead of you being the person watching.
I mean, how old are you now? You 13, 14 yet?
14. Yes,
14,
sir.
okay. You're 12 years old, and you're between the ropes. I can't stand it, and I'm a hacker. I mean, everything goes left or right, never straight. And I can't stand when the three guys I'm playing with are watching me. Let me take that back. It's usually three guys and my daughter-in-law. Her name's Kate also. So I can't stand. How did you deal with that at such a young age? I don't know how the professionals deal with it. How did you deal with that with everybody just looking at you?
Well, I mean, I was very nervous on the drives, but I had been practicing for a very long time, and I just knew what I was doing, and I just tried to stay calm. My dad was okay, calm down. And my heart rate was probably beating out of my chest, but I just tried to stay really calm and breathe and just remember why I was there. I was there to try to win and be there. And I thought it was actually helpful that the crowd was there. I actually play better in front of a crowd, so I just kind of looked at them and I was okay, now I'm gonna hit this good shot here.
I give you a lot of credit because I can't do it.
Yeah, me either. One of my favorite shots is that shot of 18 with Tiger Woods, on his cover Sports Illustrated, and the fairway's just lined. I'm oh my gosh, I would freak out. Okay, talking about, you got to have role models from that perspective. You talked about your parents and what they've meant to you as well, but is there a particular golfer, or other female athletes that you look up to that you hey, they're a great role model for me, whether it's their ambition, their work ethic, their attitude, how they carry themselves? Who's some other role models outside of your parents that you look for and look to in the golf world?
I don't follow the LPGA tour as much, but I follow the PGA tour a lot, and one of the players that really stands out to me is Rory McIlroy. He hasn't been playing too well lately, but I really like him and how he manages himself on the golf course and his attitude and everything. And I like watching his swing and everything. And so he's always my favorite to win all the tournaments.
Well, nice. You look up to a very good golfer. That's great. So I'm going to throw you a curveball here. I didn't put this on the list. Okay, we've been covering all this golf stuff lately, and of course we got the Masters coming up next week. But you know, being a golfer, both whenever you can. Okay, we asked this last week to Cheyenne Overby, the director of the Corn Ferry Club Card Tour Championship at the Landings.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite food? She gave us breakfast. She loved eating breakfast at the Landings Club restaurant.
Talking about the bacon.
She's talking about the bacon, okay? How about Kate? What's your favorite food to eat while you're golfing?
I eat a lot of like beef jerky on the course because that just, I mean, it's like energy, I guess, and it's just good. I like that a lot. And my mom makes me sandwiches to eat on the golf course, and oranges and stuff like that. So that's like my normal tournament round food, I guess.
Never get a hot dog at the ninth hole?
Sometimes.
We understand.
Okay, talk about we're going to switch gears again from that perspective. You know, as you're once again developing into the golfer you want to be, and you mentioned college, right? Is there a dream college out there for you that you look at now that say, hey, these are my top 3 schools, dream schools, love to be at from that perspective? So give us a little bit of insight of maybe some things. We all got goals and aspirations. So talk about your top 3 or 4 colleges that you really want to go play at.
So obviously Duke and Wake Forest are like great golf schools. So those are like always on my like radar. And then Georgia, because I live in Georgia and it's just like a good school. And they've been sending me a lot of letters and like talking to me and trying to get me to come up there and everything. And I played in a tournament in Clemson, South Carolina last weekend. And me and my friends went to visit that golf facility there. And that was a really nice facility. And I liked that a lot. So that is definitely on my radar to look at.
Nice. Well, a lot of good choices. I know he's a little upset. I hope
I'm a North Carolina
I hope you go to Georgia with all these great Georgia golfers we got on the pro tour.
I'm a UNC guy, so he's not, but listen.
She's wearing baby blue.
I know she's
Sorry,
got a little
Carolina blue.
Carolina blue. Hey, also one more thing. So talking about, listen, you're all into golf, you know, but what do you like to enjoy off the golf course? You know, what are some things? Hey, when you're away from golf, do you binge watch Netflix? Or hang out with friends? What are some other things off the golf course that you enjoy doing?
I play golf and I run volleyball for my school, and I run track, and I really enjoy both of those things, and I love going on the boat in the summer and being with my friends and everything. So it's not all golf all the time, but
that's definitely a good balance. Okay, last question for me is, okay, I know you're 14 years old now, you started playing golf when you're 6, you're on fire. What's the word?
In
Fuego, okay? I'm not up with these big things that these guys are. Okay, no, I'm not up on my Spanish either. But all right, if you had a 6 or 7 year old girl golfer, whether it's a boy or girl, come up to you at school and say, I'm really interested, Kate. I've been following you. What advice would you give that young person?
Just mainly to stick with it. Like, yeah, it'll be tough. Like my 2020 was a whole year of second places. Came in second place in like 95% of the tournaments I played in 2020, and now I've started to win things, and so it's just like taken me a while. So I just tell them to stick with it. Like, you'll get there if you try and practice and like stay dedicated to your sport.
Well, there's a lot of young golfers that are really, hitting their mark. In that age group, you got Mary Mill over at Savannah Christian. You're coming up, so it's going to be a lot of fun watching you girls play. And once again, congratulations. I've been dying to get you on. I know your mother left me a message a couple of weeks ago, but we finally worked it out, and Dad said you can make it any Wednesday night. Keep up the great work, and that's why you're this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week. Great job, and hopefully when you make it to 12th grade and you got that Georgia scholarship waiting for you, no Carolina blue, okay, you'll come on and tell us all about it. But keep up the great work. I love following you, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not joking you. He'll tell you, on Sundays, I sit there and watch the final round of golf tournaments, but I tell you like that drive, chip, and putt competition you win, I watch the whole thing because, hey, girl from Savannah, we got your back.
Thank you.
Great job. Well done.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Fairways and greens.
Fairways and greens.
Yes, always.
And for me, fairways and greens and hot dogs, but I won't say that.
Thank you.
I mean, what more can you say? 14 years old. I mean, she's been playing for 6. At 12 years old, in between the ropes, what do they call it?
You got it between your own.
I mean, playing in front of people at Augusta National. I just want to get there once. I'll go to a practice round. I just want to see what it's like.
I mean, really the practice round is where you want to go. I mean, it is, because you get to see everybody. It's a little bit more looser. But yeah, but one, the fact she got on the golf course at 6, and it just seems like it was natural. But also her work ethic, every day she's like, hey, I've not missed practice. And I can't tell you when. She comes home, she goes to the golf course, she gets her work in. But she also got a great balance. She plays volleyball, she runs track, she hangs out with her friends. And so just a great young lady from that perspective, and doing what she loves to do. She's got, a lot of talent. But listen, talent and work ethic combined, that's what makes champions. And she's definitely a champion on and off the course. And
her parents play a big role, Andrew and Barber. I mean, they play a big role in what she does, but she's learning time management on her own. She's learning what to do. Like you said, there's no better way to learn than experience.
Oh yeah, life lessons.
Life lessons, and that's what sports does. And it's an old cliche, it's a coach's cliche, but before we get to what's coming up here, quickly, what's happening around local sports? We're getting into the final weeks of region play.
Hard to believe, man. 16 days left in the high school soccer schedule. I think baseball's maybe got one more week out of that, but it is unbelievable, Carl, that we're sitting here and we started in January talking about spring sports, and here we are. April 1st is tomorrow, and we got basically 2.5 weeks of spring sports.
What's amazing, though, is that we've made it through.
We've made it.
In such an uncommon year, they of course, they took the fall season with, special gloves, and people had to follow special procedures. It worked out. Then we got an inside. Basketball took a little hit because the teams had to sit out. But we finished the season. Now we're in the spring sports. Everybody's outside having a good time. So once again, the teams that are ranked, I do this every Wednesday night. I like following the rankings. I know it's on paper. You got to play to win. Monday, in baseball, BC was ranked. They dropped to 5 in the state. They lost a tough one to Metter, first loss of the year, but they came back and beat Islands 17-1. Savannah Christian, is 6th in 1A, all right, private 1A. Some of the other schools are getting noticed. I know in consideration was South Effingham, Bryan County, and there was one other school, one upper school. Oh, South Effingham, I said. So other schools are getting noticed. And in soccer, all right, Savannah Christian's taking it on the chin right now, but they've been ranked all year long. The St. Vincent's Academy Lady Saints. This is going to be tough, because in AA, what are they, 3-peat or 4-peat? 3-peat.
I think 3-peat.
3-peat. Now they dropped down to class 1A, and this guy, I'll tell you, it's probably the toughest classification in the state because of all the private schools up in Atlanta.
Yeah, but they're doing well. They're playing really well. They had a 5-1 win over Aquinas last night, so they're establishing themselves as the top in Region 3A. We go to Aquinas tomorrow, kind of battling it out, see if we can get a split up there and get back to 2 seed. And so a lot of games to be played here in the next 2 weeks. A lot of things to be decided. Baseball, track, everything's going on. Tennis
regions next week for a lot of teams.
Yeah, tennis regions next week. So it's unbelievable. It is.
So, but don't forget, we got 2 big-time state championships coming to the SAV. We don't know what classifications yet. This is all you because you're a big part of the Savannah Sports Council. I'll be following you. I was following you. Well, I'm going to be helping you, but you're the man that puts us all together for high schools. So tell them what the 2 big.
So we'll get to, once again, we're first time ever, we'll host the GHSA State Soccer Championships. We'll get 2 classifications here. That'll be Thursday, May 13th, and Friday, May 14th. We don't, like I said, we don't know what classes yet, but we'll get 2 games tonight. Girls game at 6, boys games at 8. We'll turn around and do the same thing on Friday. Then baseball, like Grayson Stadium. Once again, we'll get to host state championship baseball. The teams, all that, location will be decided before semis. We've been trying to get them to wait till after the semis, but hopefully we'll have some local flavor here in Savannah. And a lot of good teams can be there. Christian could be there, BC could be there, Wayne Ware, others could be around as well. So we get to host. So Savannah's hosting 2 state championships. Great job. Savannah Sports Council doing a great job doing that. Savannah Bananas. And then we get a lot of people like us, Karl, Cam Turner, some others will help us host state soccer, so we're super excited about that. So next goal is to get lacrosse.
Yep.
Man, that's the next goal. The NAIA championships will be here in May.
Beginning of May.
And so we're trying to work with Georgia High School going forward about maybe piggybacking those state championships with the NAIA championships as well.
So we'll be ready to go for that. Okay, we're not going to be together on Saturday, okay, because we're going to take a little break.
Yeah.
It's holiday weekend, Good Friday, Saturday.
Easter weekend.
He's going to be with family. I'm going to be with family. So we'll do a best of. I'll put something up there for you guys to watch if you want to watch it on Saturday. All right, but let's talk a little bit about, before we get to who's playing here, I want to do this quick.
Yeah.
NCAA Final Four.
Man, I watched the UConn Baylor game, and that was phenomenal for girls. What a great game. It was pretty tight. Baylor got a 7-point lead or more. UConn kind of stormed back in third, started fourth quarter, held on at the end. But one of the best women's basketball games that I've seen. And just hate that they were playing in the Elite Eight, but still got to play who's in your bracket, who's in front of you. So, and I'm a big Gino fan. I love Coach Roy.
So you're going with Connecticut?
I'm going with UConn, baby.
You're going with UConn. All right, let me just get the so we got South Carolina, we got UConn. Who are the other two girl teams? Arizona, and it's Stanford, right?
Yep.
So
it is a super tough Final Four now. I mean, South Carolina's legit, Stanford's legit, and so it's going to be great games for women's basketball.
All right, so let's go to the men's basketball.
Well, I mean, I still think Baylor, Gonzaga. Gonzaga might be the first team since Indiana to go undefeated. And they go in, and the reason why, Karl, we talked about this, over and over. Gonzaga don't have one and dones.
Right.
They have a core group of team that's been together for a while, so they're not out recruiting one and done guys. So they're able to create a culture within their program. I think Gonzaga wins it. I think they go undefeated for the first time since Indiana in '76.
So you think Gonzaga's going to do it? They're going to beat UCLA?
Yeah, I think that glass slipper is about to slip out.
It's going to be interesting. I think UCLA is pretty good.
Man, I'm not down. They're on fire right now.
Great game last night. Knocked off Michigan.
But I do think
we don't need that.
We got play.
No, we're good.
But I do think just Gonzaga, the way they play, I don't know if anybody can get them. Baylor's athletic enough to get them, so that might happen. But I'm sticking with Gonzaga.
Okay, I'm going to go with Gonzaga pulling out a close one. I don't think they're going to win by double digits.
No, I don't either. Even though every game they won them by double digits, I don't think that's what happened in the finals. I think Baylor's
it's funny. I think this is the first time you had all Final Four teams west of the Mississippi.
It is.
Okay, and I mean Baylor and Houston. That's statewide, isn't it?
State, yeah.
So, and plus we got Devontae Mitchell still playing for Whitney County. I know. I had a coach.
Did a good,
all right,
good job.
We're going to get ahead soon. We're going to tell you what's going on here. I got one more last question for this guy. Tomorrow, 3:05, play ball.
Man, opening day.
This place is going to be packed.
Opening day. Can't beat it, man. Love it. It makes you feel that spring is here. Opening day of baseball in the Masters. Spring's arrived. Get outside, ready to go. Even though it's going to be cold here the next couple of days, then it gets warmer towards the end of Easter weekend. But spring has arrived. Opening day, play ball. Let's go Bravos. 3 in Philadelphia, 3 in D.C., and then they come home and take on Philadelphia April 10th. So, and that'll be the Masters also that weekend. So we're gonna have basketball in this week. So we'll just have baseball and golf. So it'll be really exciting. And some schools are still playing spring football too. Yes, they are. All right. So what do we got going on here? We got a big event here tomorrow. Oh man, come Mikey, our guy. So join us tomorrow at 3 p.m. for meet and greet with the IMSA racer and current MX5 Cup champion, BC grad, hometown boy, Savannah, Georgia. Junior in Georgia Tech, and he's professionally wrestling. Sorry, he's a junior at Georgia Tech, one of the best academic institutions in the country. We happen to mention that. Karl will break down the replay on NBCSN of his throwing races at Sebring International Raceway. Okay, and if you didn't watch that race, he came in second both races. So he's in the Miata MX5 Cup, and they run 45-minute races, okay? And both races, he came in second. The first race, he lost by a nose. I mean, as Rubbin Grubbin says, they came three wide down the track, he lost by a nose. So
But Michael Carter, great kid. I've been covering this kid since he was at Oglethorpe Speedway. His father is a big man behind it. And if you do come in, ask him about what's on the hood of his race car.
Looking good, man.
John Henderson, sponsor him. So,
don't forget, every Monday through Friday, 6 a.m., 10:30, come get you some breakfast from Larry's crew here working it.
I got to be honest with you. I was here this morning.
You were here?
Without you.
What'd you get?
Guess what I had? Country ham.
Did you really?
It was unbelievable.
You like it, really?
Oh, I loved it.
Don't say it because I'm here.
No, I really did.
Told you, man.
Country ham. I had the home fries with 2 eggs over easy. Popped the eggs. Got the yolk in the home fries. It was delicious. And I had a biscuit with jelly and butter. And a big cup of coffee. You know, I had my coffee, so, you know. I had to meet a guy, so I figured, why not? Let's go to coaches.
No doubt.
All right.
As well, COVID-19 testing sites are switching to vaccinating folks. Coach Cohen has teamed up with Tackle Health, is offering drive-up testing for COVID-19. This is available Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Drive around the back parking lot there. Catch all the Final Four games and NCAA championships here, as well as NASCAR, NBA, NHL, Premier League Soccer, MLB. Opening day is only 9 more days away.
Typo, Lawrence Bennett.
1 day away.
We got a typo. Bravos. Tomorrow. 1 day away.
Tomorrow. Huge music.
You've been hanging out with, Dan, I know.
Huge music lineup.
Okay, I'll do the music lineup, okay? We got to use a huge. Okay, I can't even pronounce someone's name you. I say you. How do you say you?
You guys. You talking about you guys?
No, I'm talking about somebody's name you. How do you say you? Like you McGeechin, somebody's name. You say you or you? Okay. You. Whatever. Huge music lineup this weekend. Yeah.
Can you tell me the movie that's from?
My cousin Vin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm asking you.
Oh, okay. Get your Joe Pesci. Get your tickets early because seating is limited due to social distancing guidelines. Eventbrite. Go to coachescorner.net. Go to the events on Facebook. You get it. Okay. Friday night, it's an evening with Jason Courtney and Jared Wade. Two of the finest musicians, Jason Courtney and Jared, are coming together to play in the Soundgarden. All right? You know them, love them. They're playing together just for us. It's bound to be a wild night. I wish I was here Saturday. I would love to see this Saturday. Bad Company, okay? All right, so Coach is probably welcome back to the Soundgarden, the Band Company experience, okay? So join us at Coach's Night for a night with the best Bad Company tribute band in the United States. I mean, Henderson gets these great tribute bands. It's unbelievable. I think he has a connection. So if you love English rock bands, I really never consider me English rock. I just rock, okay? All right, Bad Company, the ultimate experience. Remember, and it's the Paul Rogers tribute band. The members are Paul Downey, lead vocals, Jim Withrow, guitar vocals, Don McBroom, keys, guitar vocals, Chris Brake, drums and vocals, and Drew Thompson on the bass. They're faithfully recreating everything Bad Company. Okay, I promised John I would do this.
Yeah.
What's tomorrow? Opening day. Play ball. Okay. If I put this up a little closer, one of the oldest traveling youth baseball program in the city, chain baseball. Okay, they're bringing it back. They're building up or they're refurbishing Baseball Park. They got an outdoor hitting facility. Hey, you want to make it on the Coach's Corner Baseball Wall of Fame? Come in, make a donation. It could be $1. It could be $5. It could be $10. It could be $20. Whatever you want, as much as you want. Put your name here or put whatever your favorite team is here, and it's going to be up on the wall at Coach's Corner. Just come in and tell the bartender, the adult beverage server, okay, the coordinator, okay, and so the initiator, that you want to donate to Chain Baseball. They're right here, and you'll make it on the Coach's Corner Baseball Wall of Fame. We got Buddy Moyer, the founder of Chain Baseball, John Hodges, rest his soul, one of the biggest supporters of Coach's Corner. He's got his own Chicago Cub Corner here. Kyle, come in and do it. Help the kids out. They're bringing back Chain Baseball. They need the funds to refurbish that field. It's not going to any team. It's going to the organization so they can give more back to the kids. Okay? So, do you know where the name Chain Baseball came from? Chain Links. Buddy Myers used to own a belt company, and they had the chain links that moved the belt. So they call it Chain. Right there. There's some of you boys over there. A lot of you boys are over there. So once again, hey, it's a lot of fun. Goes by quick. We're glad you could join us on Wednesday night. Remember, Saturday morning will be the best of. We need a break. We've been doing this since March 28th. We're taking a break. You'll have the best of, and then we'll come back where it all began, April 10th at Rocky's New York Deli. And John Henderson, I know it's another restaurant, but John Henderson gave us a blessing. He said, go do what you got to do. You've been doing it for a long time. He's another guy from New York. I mean, we hit it off. He lived the next town over. So, and after the show, $5 a bag, okay, for 5 Zeppelis, and all the proceeds go to my cause, helping kids through the Coaches for Curing Cancer. We're going to have the running race in June, but all this will start helping us go towards that race because it goes to the Cure. And the Cure is the organization that helps find out cures for childhood cancer. You know, only 4% of all the money raised for cancer goes to kids. And that's what we're about as kids.
Without a doubt.
Oh, without a doubt. Anything else you got to say?
No, man.
Lawrence!
It's time to get out of here.
Squeeze bottle.
Hey, got a second shot today. Right, so we're getting there. So we're getting
man got a second shot.
Mask.
I finished a month ago.
Mask.
Coach, AD, catch.
Yo, bro.
I'll wear the mask. You do stuff. All right, so
as
here we
always,
go.
We're going to
Squirt.
hand sanitize.
Mask up.
He's going to mask up. All right.
We're going to social distance.
Hey, we're almost there. Hey, get the vaccine. Get out there. Hey, y'all stay safe. And we're finally starting to feel like normal. And spring's here, brother.
All right. So we'll be back next
Wednesday.
Wednesday night.
Producer. Thank the man behind the mic.
Motel 6. He keeps the lights on.
Always, babe.
So Lawrence Bennett does a great job. Hey, go to our Facebook pages. Go to our YouTube pages. The Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Subscribe. Like us. Go to Rubbin Grubbin. Support them. Do the other guys have any pages yet? 19th hole? Not yet?
Yeah, YouTube, 19th hole.
19th hole on YouTube. Go check it out. Okay. But we'll be back next Wednesday night. The start of the next week starts the Masters. We'll be here Wednesday night. Hopefully, we won't be waiting. So, hey, maybe we can do it in the Henderson cabin.
Maybe.
You think they'll let us?
Might let us in the cabin.
They're going to let us in the cabin.
Maybe.
And he's going to keep the lights on. That's right. So, but anyway, happy Easter. Hope you have a great weekend. And like I said, whatever you're doing today, tomorrow, always hit it out of the park. Go Braves. And until we see you Wednesday, may it be your best week ever.
See you soon, guys.
God bless. We're out of here. I'm going to get me a chocolate bunny, too. Ooh.
They were just looking.